The first Anglo-Maratha War ended with the Treaty of Salwai. After the agreement of the Salwai, the Marathas and British they stopped the war in the first Anglo-Maratha War. In 1803 to 1805, the second Anglo-Maratha War started. What is the main reason of the second Anglo-Maratha War? These also the same reason internal affairs of the Maratha rulers. The differences about the Maratha chieftains was the reason for this war because the some Maratha ruler they want to become a Peshwa of the Marathas. They started themselves only quarreling to become a Peshwa of the Maratha. So that is the first reason of the second Anglo-Maratha war. The war broke out between the Vishwanath Rao Holkar and Daulat Rao Sindhya and Peshwa Balaji Rao II. The three persons also started for quarreling among the Peshwa, became the Peshwa of the Maratha. First of all, Vishwanath Rao of Holkar. Holkar it is a place name and Daulat Rao of Sindhya. Sindhya also the place and Peshwa Balaji Rao II. The three persons started for quarreling among each other to become the Peshwa of the Marathas. That is the main reason the second Anglo-Maratha started in 1803. The army of the Holkar, it means Vishwanath Rao. He defeated Sindhya ruler Daulat Rao and also the Peshwa Balaji Rao II. Both are defeated by the Holkar. It means Vishwanath Rao. He defeated the Peshwa and also for the ruler of Sindhya. And that condition, Balaji Rao II, he approached the British and signed the agreement. The agreement of that signed by the Peshwa Baji Rao, that is the Besant Treaty or Besant Agreement signed between the British and Balaji Rao II. The Besant Treaty, it is taken by the Peshwa and he accepted subsidiary alliance. It means the Peshwa he approached the British in internal affairs of the Marathas and that is the main reason he also accepted the subsidiary alliance and the British entered in the Marathas internal affairs. So, Lord Wellesley resigned for this post at the end of this second Anglo-Maratha war. In 1805, the Lord Wellesley implemented subsidiary alliance. He was resigned and went for the England. Why he was resigned? Because in Marathas, they have many confederacy. That confederacy, a different ruler is there. When Wellesley started for one side, he started war against for the Vishwanath Rao Holkar. Again, another side, the another rulers of the another rulers. It means the Marathas confederacy started revolution or rebellions against for the British. The Wellesley he can't control the rebellions of the Marathas, so he paid much more money, and that the British East India Company treasury became empty for the unnecessary war of the Lord Wellesley. So, the Lord Wellesley he was criticized by the East India Company only. So, that is the main reason the Lord Wellesley went in England and resigned the post of the Governor General. That is the main reason the second Anglo-Maratha war ended with the Treaty of Besant and it is taken between the Peshwa Balaji Rao II and British. And the second Anglo-Maratha war ended with the Treaty of Besant and when Lord Wellesley was resigned, the Marathas are considered they were free themselves and they considered they were independent. That is the main reason next one more war fought between the British and Marathas, that is the third Anglo-Maratha war. Second Anglo-Maratha war ended in 1805. When Lord Wellesley he resigned the post and went back in England. And during that time the Marathas considered they were free. They protect their independence and honor themselves. That is the main reason once again the third Anglo-Maratha war started in 1817 to 1818. The Marathas, almost all the Marathas confederates, they were different places they were ruling. Example for the Gwalior, Tanjavur and Sindhia. All the Maratha confederates, they consider they are independent ruler. And Peshwa attempt to come from the British control. Almost some Peshwas, example for the Balaji Rao II, he taken the agreement of the Besant. According to that agreement, he was under the control of British. And Peshwa attacked the British residency in Pune and burned out. So when the Marathas considered they were free, they were independent, they started for the attacking of the residency of the British. That is the main reason the third Anglo-Maratha war started. The main rebellions of the Marathas, that is the Appa Sahib of Nagpur, Madharao of Holkar and other rebellions of the Marathas started for the rebellions against for the British. So that is the main reason immediately the third Anglo-Maratha war started. Finally, the Balaji Rao II fought against for the British at Koregaon and Asti. These are the two places. The Balaji or Balaji Bajirao, the full name, Balaji Bajirao II, he fought against of the British in the place Koregaon and Asti. And later he was defeated and he was surrendered to the British. And after the defeating of Balaji Rao II, the other rebellions also surrendered to the British. So, third Anglo-Maratha war ended in 1818. Only 1 year distance, that is the third Anglo-Maratha war fought between the British and Marathas. At the end of the third Anglo-Maratha war, total almost all the Maratha confederacy became ended. The ruler should became controlled by the British and Marathas totally defeated in the third Anglo-Maratha war. And the Peshwa post also abolished by the British. That is the main result of the third Anglo-Maratha war. The Peshwa post, when that first Anglo-Maratha war started, that is the main reason of the quarreling with each other or fighting with each other became the Peshwa of the Maratha. But after the third Anglo-Maratha war, the Peshwa post only abolished by the British. And Balaji Rao II got pension, and Pratap Singh, he became a traditional ruler of the Marathas. He just taken some pension and became a ruler. It is only a traditional ruler of the Marathas. All the political control, it is only by the British, and only he became a ruler of the traditional ruler of the Marathas. And that he became a Pratap Singh, he became a ruler of the Satara. All the administration is controlled by the British. It finally suppressed Maratha residents in India. Almost all the Maratha confederacy, Maratha kingdom under the control of British. So, third Anglo-Maratha war ended the Maratha confederacy. Third Anglo-Maratha war, completely the Marathas was defeated. And next concept of this lesson, Anglo-Sikh war. The Anglo-Sikh war, it is fought in 1845. Before the war, the Ranjit Singh was a great ruler of the Sikh kingdom. So, he was very brilliant, and he was not taken much more war with the British because he was balancing with the relations with the British. Some friendly relations, and he avoiding of the war with the British. But political anarchy broke out in Punjab after the death of Ranjit Singh. What is the anarchy? Anarchy means the no one good ruler of the Punjab. So they also started their own problems in this Punjab regions. So in these conditions, it is British are taken their own advantages. Before, when the Ranjit Singh, he was the king of the Punjab, some relation is there in British and Punjab. It means Ranjit Singh is avoiding the war with British. But after the death of the Ranjit Singh, it is a violent it turned into a violent and country relationship, friendly relation fact should be broke out between the British and Punjab regions. This led to a war started between the Sikh and British in 1845. And the result of this war, Sikh war, the Lahore Agreement. It is conditionally the agreement taken between the Punjab king and British in 1846. According to the Lahore Agreement, almost Punjab it is under the company of the British East India Company. So this Lahore Agreement it is humiliating the Punjab peoples and the Sikh religious. Sikh opposed the British rule in Punjab because the Punjab declared or it is declared by the British, these are the de facto rule. De facto rule means no one good administrator is there in Punjab, so the Punjab is under the control of British. So these are declared by the British. So when British are declared, the Punjab is a de facto rule, the other Sikh peoples they started rebellions. They opposed the Punjab is de facto rule state. So the Chattar Singh Athriwala in Lahore and Mulraj in Multan. These are the two great rebellions of the Sikh started rebellions against for the British. And common peoples of the Sikh kingdom, they also joined hands with these two rebellions, Chattar Singh Athriwala and Athriwala in Lahore and Mulraj in Multan. Both are taken the support of the Hindu, Muslims and other peoples in Punjab and started rebellions against for the British. But the end, finally, Lord Dalhousie he entered in India and Punjab also merged with the British Empire. Totally the Sikh kingdom also under the control of British. So Anglo-Sikh war ended in the merging of the Punjab state in British Empire by Lord Dalhousie. These are the one of the important concepts I completed, Anglo-Sikh war. Next concept for the same lesson, the last one is doctrine of lapse. The doctrine of lapse it is one of the important cunning policy of the British. It is implemented by Governor General Lord Dalhousie implemented doctrine of lapse. What is the meaning of the doctrine of lapse? Why it was implemented? What are the intention of the implementation of this policy? The meaning of this doctrine of lapse. The adopted children had not have any right to become a king of that kingdom. That is the main meaning of that doctrine of lapse. It means any king or any king who was died, any Indian ruler who was died without children, their adopted children had no legal right over the throne. He was not have a right to become a king of that kingdom who adopted children. When the Indian king was died without children, so that is the meaning of doctrine of lapse. So it is implemented by the Dalhousie in 1848. The main intention of the implementation of this policy, the integrated Indian princely state with company. All the Indian territory it under the control of according to this policy, because many more Indian kings are not have their own heir. It means own son, own children. That time the kingdom is under the control of British according to this doctrine of lapse policy. The adopted doctrine of lapse policy, Indian king refused of their right to throne, and if any king he was died without the own son, that kingdom also under the control of British. Due to the implementation of this policy, princely policy of the doctrine of lapse, because it is a great cunning policy of the British to capturing of the new territory of India. So when the Dalhousie implemented this doctrine of lapse policy, not only a king, the common people also started rebellions. They opposing of the doctrine of lapse policy in India. And finally, this policy, it is the main reason of started of the Sipahi mutiny in 1857, and it is also known as the first war of Indian independence. When Dalhousie implemented for the doctrine of lapse policy in India, and he captured many more regions of India. Example, Satara, Nagpur, Sambalpur, Udaipur, Jaipur, most of the state under the control of the British East India Company according to this cunning policy of the British, that is doctrine of lapse policy. So when Dalhousie implemented this policy, most of the Indian rulers are lost their kingdom, and the common peoples also supported to Indians to start for the rebellions against the British. So that is the main reason the 1857, the great history of the India, the 1857 revolution, it is started. It is also known as the Sipahi mutiny. And these are the main concept of this lesson you learned about these chapters. First of all, the three Anglo-Maratha war. The first, second, third Anglo-Maratha war, and two important policy of the Governor General of the British. First of all, subsidiary alliance implemented by Wellesley, and one more policy, that is the doctrine of lapse implemented by Lord Dalhousie. So these two weapons, they were used to capturing of the almost all the Indian territory of the British control. So that is the two weapons. That policy, they were just like used just like a weapons. So these are the main concept of this lesson. And subsidiary alliance conditions also, it is the most important concept. So according to this policy, they capture many more regions of